I feel like every few months the Quartering just comes out with a new video saying how YouTube is screwing him over, or this or that or the other thing is basically spelling the end of whatever he's going on about, and then he keeps trucking along doing the same exact thing that didn't get him any different results. Needless to say, that's basically happened again, and boy oh boy is this one really funny, because at the same time as him posting this, I received one half of an order that I was supposed to get here at Easter. So a lot of this stream is actually me reacting with my brother to a mixology cookbook that we got. It was supposed to come with a tailgating cookbook as well, but for some reason, they've just forgotten to deliver it to me, and without any way to get it back, by now I've either gotten my refund for this, or, well, I guess I'm out $60. Either way, this book is not worth $60, and if I had the other one here, I'm sure it wouldn't be worth $60 anyway. But hey man, that is what it is. So let's see what's wrong with the Quartering. Make sure to like and subscribe for more hilarious drama slop. You guys all came here for Quartering content, okay? And I have heard interesting things about the Quartering. By the way, if you're in a Discord server, I've been complaining about this. So I ordered a product from the Quartering's website, okay? He had this on his website for Easter. I was supposed to get this in Easter Tailgates for Trump cookbook. I got it 3 days ago from him. Yes, the MAGA Mixology Cookbook and Tailgates for Trump bundle. Anyway, the Quartering has been having a bad time recently. Not surprised. By the way, I don't want people thinking I'm like the wokey D pronouns, woke agenda guy, because I'm really not. I think the woke stuff has turned a lot of people away from liberal ideas. But like, I don't like the Quartering, not for his politics, but because he's a sleazy, uneducated, unlearned moron who doesn't do any research into anything. The worst part about the Quartering is that he'll talk about video games he doesn't play, or he'll talk about D&D when he doesn't play at all. And that shit annoys the f out of me. But as a coffee maker myself, not a maker, right? And we're also open about it that we have a roaster, right? We work really closely with John. It's a good mutual deal between our business and John's business. The Quartering's never open about it. The honesty goes a long way, and he's just never that guy, right? And then the people he associates with are like losers. Melanie Mack, whose entire career is based off of being like a 7. She's like a 6.5. She's like a 6.5, and her only claim to fame is saying the F slur. I'm like an 8, and I can say the F slur, and I don't get anything for it, okay? But because you have what, B cups, and you ate butter one time, you can have a career out of it. Get the f back in line, all right? It's time for a real queen to rule this town. But it's like her, and then like Styx Hammer. And Styx, by the way, we'll talk about Styx today because there was an update. Styx was found guilty recently. Yes, Quartering wasted money to bail this guy out of jail to Styx to just be found guilty. And I remember when it happened, you know, Jeremy was going, rah, Styx will be fine. Anyway, yes, so I ordered this. We'll peruse the books. What? I only got one. I ordered 2 books. So I got this book. The quality on this is terrible, by the way. So I ordered MAGA Mixology and Tailgates for Trump bundle pre-order. I paid $66 for it, and I only got the MAGA Mixology cookbook. So I only got the Quartering's cookbook in my order. I didn't get the other one. Okay, well, I'll tell you when I ordered this. I ordered this April 5th, okay? I ordered this April 5th. It was supposed to come in by Easter. And it is June. It is the end of June. And I don't have half of what I ordered. What is this, dude? What is this? The Alexandria Retardio Cortado. Warning, big booty ahead. Why are you talking about AOC like she got the dumpy? What do you mean by that, dude? What do you mean by that? This is just a cortado. This is the ingredients are 1 ounce espresso, so it's a shot, 1 ounce steamed whole milk, sugar optional. All you did was give a cortado a dumb name with like a thumbnail on it. We hope you enjoyed making and sharing these drinks with... Okay, so to tell you, have you guys ever ordered a Game Informer or Nintendo Power? This has the same... It's a magazine. This is like a magazine quality print. this is the same thing as somebody like being uber woke and like, you know, those people who are like really sheltered and their entire worldview is like through social justice or through that lens, right? This is that, but a right wingers version, right? So it's like the lib-tiers. Yeah, red or pick your flavor, red or blue flavored culture warrior. Okay, they're both the same thing. They're just mad about different things. Yes, come in. So, Johnny, I didn't get half my order from the Quartering. We have the MAGA Mixology Cookbook here, presented by the Quartering.
Can we look at the front first?
Yes, we can look at the front.
Sorry.
But I'm missing half of half the order.
This is a lot to take. It's just the first that covers a lot.
Okay, how much do you think this costs?
Well, I know how much it costs. It's like 35, right?
Yeah, it's $30 before tax.
Yeah.
And I'm missing the other half, so I spent $60.
$60 on the. Where's the tailgate for Trump?
It didn't come.
Can you message them? You did this on a credit card, right?
It was through PayPal. I'm pretty sure I could dispute it and just get the money
you have
back.
to dispute it.
I figured you know more about drinks than me.
Everybody, I drink twice in front of him, and he's like, "Oh, this guy likes."
You go out to
that.
bars. I don't. I live at
That is
home,
true.
right?
Lib tears.
Yeah.
Blue vodka.
Dude, I will bet you $5 that there is an attack
shit.
helicopter joke in here.
America First milkshake. 3-ounce cake vodka. Whoa, hold up. 3 cups vanilla ice. This is actually just a milkshake. Red food coloring.
Dude,
Blue food coloring.
You're adding red 40. That's not approved by RFK, man.
Whipped cream. Red, white, and blue sprinkles. This is so American.
Mar-a-Lago sunset. and it's a-
Classified documents.
This is literally just a mimosa. This is literally just a mimosa. Elon's classic mimosa. This is
This is just a
This is the second mimosa drink on here, by the way.
two mimosas down.
Dude,
Hey.
we could be drinking MAGA mixology drinks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
If we make it a dinner.
I've got this book. I'm drinking the Elon's classic mimosa. Oh my god.
He made his own coffee brand.
Guys, my coffee isn't political, says guy who puts his coffee inside a political
book.
cookbook. Guys, we got the same joke about Juan jumping over the border again. And it's
hold on.
literally another Mexican guy with a fucking sombrero jumping over a wall again.
Why a Pilsner?
AOC Breeze. Big Booty was here. Why is there so many AOC fat ass jokes?
He made a blunder by not making like an axe print on the table or something.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. He made it
just
subtle. This one was
leave it-
subtle.
yeah.
What is that? Oh, it's Elon. We got a Juneteenth joke. Another. Listen, I hope one of you's counting how many black and Mexican jokes there are in this, because we got Al's Juneteenth punch. Wait a second. Look at that. Look at that. You see that?
Yeah.
Look at that error.
It's bad.
There's a
All of these are
Photoshop. There's a Photoshop error on Al's Juneteenth punch. Let's say I agreed with the Quartering's politics, which I don't, obviously, right? The quality of this book is just really bad.
From a
so-
manufacturing management standpoint, this is not a good quality book. I can
You know, he has
because-
like a degree in marketing.
he can suck my dick. I don't even have a fucking degree in marketing, but I've taken one marketing class. I'm already better than you.
We're so grateful to everyone who bought the book and has supported us throughout the years. See you in the next one, the Quartering. Yeah, Quartering. Where's my next
Where's the
one?
other book?
I've been a lot more shifty and weird breathy lately, and it's because I'm having near daily anxiety.
Shifty. Yeah, you've been a little bit shifty lately? Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to know where my other fucking book is, Jeremy.
Over the past several weeks, I have noticed videos that used to get 80,000 views were starting to get 15,000 views. And it caused great panic, because as you know, I have a lot of staff.
Let's maybe pare down on some of that staff. I don't know. Unfortunately, you might have to do something called let people go and do the work.
YouTube channel actually pays for all of the staff on my live stream.
You know, all of the staff, Sticks and Melanie. Uh-huh.
I have, a thumbnail person, video editors, and
I will say, Quartering's thumbnail guy is really good.
For the first time in 3 or 4 years, I have started losing a lot of subscribers, hundreds, thousands a day.
They're just not interested in that content. I mean, that's really it. The quartering was originally, and I know he talks about this on his post, right? I've been focusing too much on hard news lately and have let you all down on the video game and movie coverage. While hard news will always be part of the channel, I lost sight of how we got here and promised to be better. In fact, I've got 2 video game related videos for you today. So he deleted this. Let's say you do video game news, right? Let's say you do video game news and then you pivot to hard news, right? So if you do that, those people that subscribe to you for video game news are going to move on and find video game news elsewhere. So it's not even like YouTube doing anything, but it's like the audience that you gathered isn't interested in that new thing you're producing. You know, you spend a lot of time trying to figure out what people want in your channel, and what you think you want versus what you actually want is totally different. So if you want to do hard news, sure, pivot to news, but you're going to lose subscribers in the process of that. If you think career-wise, long-term, switching to hard news is better, keep doing it. It's when YouTubers start doing this floundering back and forth, I want to keep the old fans, I want to keep what I have, versus like, oh, I still want to do something different, but I want to keep what I have. You can't have both. You got to pick a lane and then go into it and kind of suffer the repercussions of making that decision. You actually have to commit to something in order to get the results of an action. That's a very impressive thing that I think he is learning for the first time.
I can't figure it out. I think there are some reasons that are causing it, things that I'm doing, things that I'm going to address in this video, but there's also something going on with YouTube.
No, your YouTube rep would have explained these things to you, right? Like, I don't need a YouTube rep to know that if I do a different type of content, certain people are going to leave or not be interested in it. I knew that switching to streaming, I knew that switching away from daily content was going to kill a part of my audience that existed. But you need to just make a decision and stick to it, right? It's not YouTube's fault. It isn't the woke agenda. It's none of that stuff. It's literally just down to what people are interested in.
For the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years, if a video did good, it got 100 to 200,000 views. Video did bad, it would still get 70,000 views. It's not, and I would still have this sporadic good video. I had a video on Thursday that had 200,000 views.
Yeah, like so there's 2 things with news content, right? You need to be first, you need to be fast, you need to be accurate. That's what people want. They don't care about anything else, right? If you're not those things, they're going to get it somewhere else, and then your video doesn't provide any value. Quartering, people don't really give a shit about the quartering's opinions. They really don't. That's the reality of it. I don't see people on Twitter go, the quartering really had this interesting take about blankety blankety blank, right? I see people say that about certain people, but not the quartering. This is not the first time Jeremy's done this. I feel like YouTubers who constantly bitch and moan about this are bitching and moaning and not fixing anything. I've been that person. Right? Where I'm bitching and moaning and not fixing anything. That doesn't make a difference, okay? You need to actually sit down and do something about it.
I would have to fire everybody that works for me. Everybody.
Me, when I don't make money for a month? You're all losing your jobs. Imagine if this is how you find out that your job is on the chopping block. Your boss is making a crying YouTube video about it.
First things first, the things that I can control. I asked my viewers, what is going on? Why aren't you watching my videos anymore? So to address the loudest feedback, too many ads. You're doing too many ads, Jeremy. I'm sick of the ads. I'm sick of them. You're doing them too much. I will now limit all ad reads to 1 per day. I have canceled sponsorships that were paying me money now.
This is a horrible decision. I don't know what this guy is doing. If you have a sponsor that is paying you money out of pocket to run that ad, run that ad.
You know, in order to not have to do more than 1 per day.
But that is a really bad decision. If Raid Shadow Legends is offering me $2,000 to run an ad, or my own coffee company is saying I can run an ad, but you're not going to get paid for it right now, you don't even know if you'll get paid for it, I'm sorry, I need to take the Raid Shadow Legends.
And that also includes promoting Quartercast, my live stream channel, and my Trump cookbooks.
Where's my Trump cookbook, buddy? I only got my MAGA mixology cookbook. This motherfucker didn't finish it. Where's my order, dude? Where's my fucking order? I need to go fucking make a chargeback because he didn't fucking send it. I don't even know who I would contact.
Trying to figure out why videos that would normally get 50, 60, 70,000 views.
Maybe people are just tired of it. Do you ever think of that? Do you ever think that, like, the run is done? Yeah, he probably does have a lot of ad reads. I feel like you should prioritize the ads that give you the best results, right? Like, if you do get a lot of leads on Coffee Brand Coffee, run Coffee Brand Coffee ads and then just do other shit. If you're doing Coffee Brand Coffee, Quartercast, the other thing, the MAGA Mixology Cookbook, you need to just pick. You have a limited resource of time. Spend it wisely. I feel like these are baby things. I feel like you should know this at his age.
So I thought, well, you know, this video has a low click-through rate. I better delete it. Turns out that
no, that's a bad idea.
was very bad. The other big good piece of feedback is that, Jeremy, you're not providing enough in-depth, enough additional value in your videos.
You don't offer opinions. You don't offer anything of value, right? Ironically, for his political affiliation, I feel like he still is like a big fence sitter because he's worried about income. I feel like part of him should be more offensive for the sake of his brand. But he kind of wants to have it both ways, where Coffee Brand Coffee is constantly said to not be a political coffee brand when it is. Right? But it's almost like this fence sitting makes him look like he doesn't care about the cause. I just don't feel like he puts it down, right? Like when he made that comment about the Indian guy, part of me was like, he's gonna say something super racist. I feel like he should have just been I'm actually saying it would be better for his brand to be racist. Yes, I am.
And to avoid having my wife sell her feet pictures, I mean,
you should do that anyway. I think it would be good.
Hired a researcher.
Oh yeah, you hired a researcher. He hired a researcher. I wonder who that could be. Guys, I'm having money problems. I think I'm gonna bring on more staff. You know, I've got this researcher, and all of a sudden they're saying things like I'm wrong about race relations. It's kind of funny, you know.
There's also the issue of my videos being boring.
Well, buddy, I don't know. Get a better personality. Yeah, man. I unironically, I think like what is okay. So let me refer to the cookbook here, the drink book, the mixology cookbook, right? What is the position? Let's say there's a big scandal and we're relitigating. Let's say Elizabeth Warren, we'll do an easy one. Let's say Elizabeth Warren is debating her Cherokee status. And so now you need to have a position on that because that's the political discussion of the week. It's not a useful one. Nobody gives a fuck about it, right? But let's say that is. You shouldn't just read an article and go, oh, look at this crazy white lady. You need to be like, look at this lady saying she's woke, claiming that she's for Native Americans when she says she's Cherokee like this. Here's all the reasons stuff like what she's presenting is wrong. And then give like other examples of like white people using Native status like that to disparage other Native Americans, right? You could couch that in woke ideology, but she's a liberal. So you can play that towards the right. It would look pretty good because then all of a sudden, this guy knows what he's talking about. He knows exactly how to own Elizabeth Warren. And now look at all these dumb liberals who say they're Cherokee. Can't do that anymore because the quartering has shown me why that's stupid, right? You could do these things. I'm literally giving you free talking points, right? But the thing is that you need to actually have things to say in order to say things, right? You don't want to be guy who reads news article. You want to be guy with an opinion that reads a news article because that's what people are coming for, right? Because people are dumb. Media literacy dead. Media literacy dead. I need a YouTuber to explain things to me. That's literally this. You actually need to be. It resonates through his videos. You can tell he's not passionate about it, right? For all the, okay, and that's another thing, right? There's a few of the guys that do the gaming grift that you can tell they're not passionate about it and it comes off as really soy. Andy Pants Gaming, you can tell he doesn't actually care. And that's what's funny about him, is that you can tell he doesn't actually like give a shit. He's even mentioned that before. Like he's very open about it. And it's just like, there's only so many times you could just F-slur your way into big bucks. That's gonna end really quickly. But there are definitely guys who really do believe in that idea. But the thing is you need to sit with it all the time, and you can extrapolate and espouse upon it. Synthetic Man. Synthetic Man is a lolcow loser, but he can expound on why he thinks Jews control the world. So it makes him more passionate and ultimately more funny. Against his credit, not for his credit.
It became more about hitting my goals because I had so many employees. And the stress of that meant I was covering some stuff that
He should it sounds like he literally needs to parse down on the amount of people. Like this video is just him talking. I hope it didn't go to an editor.
I wasn't passionate about.
Oh, crazy. He mentioned he's not passionate about the topic.
Or I wasn't that interested in, but I thought, hey, this is what's going on. The stress of having so much staff was creating that. And so I have trimmed fat.
Dude, you guys ever hear the one about like, oh, if you've been pinged in this Slack message, you're being let go? This is literally that. You've been pinged in the Slack message, you're being let go. I'm
not gonna name names or anything like that. I went from a staff of about 10 people. I'm going down to about 3 people. And
you don't really need more. Editor, numbnail guy, yourself.
The 3 people I'm keeping are going to have to do more work. They are also the people that when I shared with them...
They're also getting more work, but no pay raise. How have I lost my editor, guys?
What's going on? Because I'm very transparent. I share with most of my employees how much money I make even.
That's crazy. I would not do that. I would never do that. That's an insane thing to do. Really, why? So they can argue for fairer wages? Insane statement.
What boss does that? I share my...
That's insane, dude. What are you, nuts? That is so bad.
Analytics with them, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, so they can jump off a sinking ship. Oh my god.
My live stream co-hosts are staying.
My live stream yeah, Melanie and Styx. I don't think Styx is gonna be staying. I gotta be honest.
That's kind of a different deal because I have a deal with Rumble that helps offset the cost for that.
I would love to know how much you're making.
But I also trim staff there. You'll notice I went from 4 or 5 people down to 2 or 3. I mean, they are not.
Styx is gone. No shit.
The fact that had I continued down the path I was over the last 3 months, I would have completely killed this channel.
I don't think your channel is going to do any better. I think the days of the quartering as a channel are going to slowly decline over a long period of time. I don't think the quartering is going to last, right? Here's another thing. Political channels do better during the election year. If you're a political channel, you probably saw your biggest streams leading right up to the 2024 election. I'd imagine as people get certain feelings about it, they're going to be like, I'm not really interested in being political right now. It's not the political time.
Like even on today's live stream, I'm going to play video games this afternoon. I'm going to relax this weekend, and I'm going to make my videos better. Also, what led to kind of the destruction is spending too much time on X.
I spent too much time on Twitter, not calling it X. This guy's like, I'm addicted to Twitter. I can't stop looking at it. Yeah, man, it's almost like they designed it to be like this system of dopamine injecting violent anger.
I was picking too many stories off X.
Picking too many stories. Oh, brother.
And I think instead of spending so much time on X, I'm going to spend time in my Discord with my...
Guys, I've decided to stop wasting my time online and have decided to become even more online.
Viewers. I think getting topics from my actual viewers...
No, that's a horrible idea. That's a horrible idea. That's a horrible idea.
It's going to get a lot better. I've got my co-hosts who are going to help me get more guests, and I think guests will inject some life into the show, and I appreciate my viewers sticking with me.
Oh my god, this is
and
so
those
sorry.
who provided feedback, because that's the most important thing. And being able to take...
I'm sorry, but like making a video like this is cringe. Just like, you know, if you really need to reevaluate, just do it, buckle down, and then make the content. Okay, like, not to, you know, pee-pee poo-poo. Like, who gives a fuck, dude? Styx was found guilty of domestic abuse battery today. He said he would be acquitted. Now he's a convicted abuser. Styx lies in his newest video, claiming he only threw a phone at her side. But there's documented evidence of them arguing that night with her bloody nose.
All right, everyone, getting out in front of it. Yes, I was found guilty of battery just earlier in the New Orleans Parish Courthouse. And
This was his other co-host, by the way. Quartering bailed this guy out.
I disagree with some of the evidence that was allowed.
I have been convicted of a crime. I disagree with their ruling personally.
Thankfully, now that the case is over, I'm allowed to actually explain my side of the story.
Now that the case is over and the jury has decided that I'm guilty, I've decided to change. I've decided to tell my real side of the story. Yeah, you mean a court of your peers found you guilty, but you disagree with their ruling? Okay.
First and foremost, this does not involve my wife. It does not involve beating anyone. I did not punch anyone. I did not draw a gun on anyone. I did not.
It doesn't really matter because of what you've been charged or found guilty of. Excuse me. But here we go. Here's the real business. Defendant Tarly Warwick appeared represented by Jared Bradley. Defendant elected trial by judge. Ever Ripple represented the state. Defense requested a sequestration of witnesses. Blah 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 blah. The judge's verdict for defendant Tarly Warwick. And then it mentions a statute, domestic abuse battery. First, defendant was found guilty by judge. This defendant was issued and signed a protective order. Defendant to appear via Zoom for sentencing. Victim to give impact statement via Zoom. Sentencing set for 7/15/25 in section N1. So, womp womp. You guys have no idea. Styx is like a Satan worshipping anarcho-capitalist libertarian or something. He has like some wacky ass political philosophy. I don't really remember the specifics because it's been a long time. But I know he's like a fucking cuckoo guy, in my opinion. I don't know how litigious Styx is gonna be these days, but you know, from my perspective of him, he seems to be that kind of guy. I have this vague memory of like some event with like devil demon summoning or something, like a demon thing. Yeah, he just kind of has that like vibe of that guy kind of guy, you know what I mean? Styx is into occultism. That's why his name used to have Hex in it. Okay. I'm going to bed, chat. Thank you for coming on this little tiny stream. We are back. We are back, baby. Back with the content. By the way, also putting a lot more content out on this because we needed to do more stuff. Anyway, goodbye.